Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In the name of Allah, the most beneficent and the most merciful. Dear students, welcome you all in Pakistan International School Taif Virtual Learning System. Today is our first video lecture for grade second year students. I'm Mrs. Rosia Imran, your mathematics teacher. First chapter, today we start. First chapter is about functions and limits. Function are important tools by which we describe the real world in mathematical terms. They are used to explain the relationship between variable quantities and hence play a central role in the study of calculus. So the concept of function, if we see the historically, the term function was first used by a German mathematician Leibniz in 1673 to denote the dependence of one quantity on another. Means that if you have two quantities, then you can, with the help of functions, you know that which one is the dependent quantity and which one is independent quantity. If you look at this example, this is the figure of square, and you know that the side length is denoted with x. You know that the square, all sides are equal in length. So the area of square, you can calculate area is equal to side square. So A is equal to x square for this figure. The area A of a square of side x is given by the formula ax square. So is area is depend on x. How? Because if we change the value of x, the automatically value of area will change. So here area A is dependent variable and x is independent variable. So depends area as area depends on its side x. So we say that A is a function of x. Now look at the second example. In second example, this is the figure of circular disc. You know that the circle area formula is pi r square. R is the radius of the circle. So here if you see the example of a circular disc, if the value of r change, so automatically the area of the circular disc is also changed. So what it means? It means that r is the independent variable and a is the dependent variable. So you can say that a is a function of r. The area A of a circular disc of radius r is given by the formula this. As area depends on its radius, so we say that A is a function of r. If for the same figure, if you calculate the volume, so volume formula is 4 by 3 pi r cube. So again, if the value of r change, so automatically the volume of a sphere change. So volume V of a sphere depends on its radius r. So we say that volume is a function of r. If you have a question like this, y is equal to f of x. So what it means? We read it as y is equal to f of x. Y is equal to f of x. In this value, f it x or image of x under f. You can say that the value of x is the image and the value of y is the range. So the variable x is called independent variable and the variable y is called the dependent variable of the function. If x and y are real number, then f is called the real valued function of real numbers. Means that if the value of x and y both are real numbers, then we say that f is called the real value function of real numbers. Now what is domain and range? So domain of a function. If the independent variable of a function is restricted to lie in some set, then this set is called the domain of a function. Means that if the value of x restrict some range is given, that in this range the value of x will lie, so you say that that is the domain of the function. For example, domain of a function when x is greater than equal to 0 or less than equal to 5. So domain of a function is from 0 to 5. So what is range of a function? The set of all possible value of f of x is varies over the domain of f is called the range of a function. How? For example, if you have any function y is equal to 100 minus 4x square. When you put the value of x, the range is given, for example, in this case, the range is given from 0 to 5. So if you put the value of x, automatically you will get the value of y. If you put x is equal to 0, so you get y is equal to 100. For x 0, y is equal to 100. If you put x is equal to 5, if you put x 5, so 5 square is 25 and 25 fours are 100. So 100 minus 100, 0. Then y will be 0. So in this way, you can say that the range of a function is 0, y is greater than equal to 0 and less than equal to 100. Means that in this range, the value, the function is the function of range is lie in this limit. If you put the starting value and the ending value, so you automatically you know the range of the function, that what will be the range of the function. Now the definition of a function is a rule by which we relate two sets A and B, say in such way that each element of A is assigned with one and only one element of B. For example, is a function from A to B. So in simple words, you can say that if you have two functions A and B, so for each value of A, if you assign B, so value from B, so you say that A is a function from A to B. But remember one thing, the value, the first function we from A, if we are taking two sets A and B, so the value of A should not be repeated, should not be assigned twice. It should be always assigned one time, and B may be repeated. So then we know that the different type of functions we have. Look, if you look at this example, in this domain is the first function or the function from A to B. So A is called the domain and the B is called range. Look, A having 1, 2, 3 and B having 4, 5. So for A, we have 4 and for 1, we have 4. For 2, we assign 4 and for 3, assign 5. The function, the value of the range may be repeated, but the value of domain cannot be repeated. If it is repeated, then means that the given relation is a relation but not a function. In general, a function f from set x to set y is rule that assign to each element of x one and only one element of y, unique element of y, like this. X is a function which assign the value of y. So f is a function from capital X to y. If an element of y, small y, of capital Y is associated with an element of small x of capital X, then we write y is equal to f of x. So means that the range we can also write it like this: y is a function of x. Now come to the exercise. If you look at the exercise first question having two parts A and B, and for each part you have to check these four functions. So when you see the lecture, at that time you must open your book with you. So first function is, first A part is f of x is equal to x square minus x. And we are going to find it that f of minus 2 will be equal to what? F of 0 will be equal to what? F of x minus 1 will be equal to what? And f of x square plus 4 will be equal to what? So f of minus 2, the first part, a part, first f of minus 2. So means that in the question where x is given, there you put minus 2. Look, if I put in place of this x square minus 2, it will be minus 2 square. Then this minus sign as it is, and then in place of x minus 2. So now open the bracket, minus 2 square is equal to 4 and minus into minus equal to plus is equal to, so 4 plus 2 is equal to 6. So we get that for f of minus 2 is equal to 6, the given function. Now again, you will take the same question, the given function, but you will check it for the value 0. If in place of x you put 0, so what you get? F of 0 in place of x, you put 0, 0 square, minus in place of x, you put 0. So you know that 0 square is 0 and 0 minus 0, again you get 0. Now the same question, you will check it for x minus 1. Means that in the given question, in place of x, you have to put x minus 1. When in place of x square in this, we put x minus 1. So x minus 1 whole square minus, and then in this x place x minus 1. Now you know that x minus 1 whole square is a formula, a minus b whole square, which is equal to a square minus 2ab plus b square. So with the same formula, if we open, so the first term square, x square minus 2 into AB, 2 into x into 1, so minus 2x, and then 1 square is 1, and open this bracket, minus sign x, and minus into minus plus 1. Now you simplify this function x square as it is, minus x and minus 2x, both are negative, so minus 3x, and plus 1, we get plus 2. So this is the third part for the first A, question number 1A. Fourth one is given that you have to find this function for f of x, x square plus 4. Where you find x in the given question, there you put x square plus 4. So in place of x square, we put x square plus 4 whole square minus sign in place of x, x square plus 4. Now again, here if you check, you have formula a plus b whole square formula, which is equal to a square plus 2ab plus b square. So a square, x square is x power 4 plus 2ab. A is x square and b is 4. So 4 2s are 8, 8x square. And b square, b here is 4. So 4 square is 16. And this one bracket you open, minus x square and minus plus minus 4. Now you simplify it, x4 one time, you write as it is, 8x square plus 8x square minus x square is equal to 7x square. You subtract them, 16 minus 4, you get 12. So in this way, you have to find all the 4 parts for A. In the second B part, you have given f of x is equal to under root x plus 4. Means that the same, minus 2, 0, x minus 1, x square plus 4. All these we put here in this B part in the same way. Where we find x, we put it for the first part minus 2. So when we put minus 2 here, so it will be equal to minus 2 plus 4. So automatically it will be equal to under root plus 2. You can check it. Look, when you put minus 2, so minus 2 plus 4, 4 minus 2, 2. Now the second part is you put f equal to 0 in this. Where you find x, you put 0. When you put 0 here, it will be 0 plus 4. So it will be equal to under root 4 plus minus 2 when you take the under root 4. So that is equal to 2. Now in place of x here, you have to put x minus 1. When you put x minus 1 in place of x, so minus 1 plus 4 will be plus 3. So x plus 3 you will get like this. In place of x, x minus 1 plus 4, so you will get x plus 3. Now again, when you put x square plus 4, so you know that plus 4 and plus 4, it will be 8. So under root x square plus 8 you will get. So this is the first question of exercise 1.1. It having two parts A, B, and each part having further four parts. So the same four parts you will repeat for A and for B. Now come to the second question. If you check the second question, you have given that f of x is equal to 6x minus 9. And you have to find this. You have to find this. This is given that you have to find f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. This you have given in the question that you have to find this. This is the question. 6x minus 9, and you have to find what? You have to find this. F of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. This you have to find. You know that you have not given the question in form of this. So what will you do? In place of x, first you put a plus h and you find the value of that. Then in place of x, you have to put value of a and find the other f of a. So for f of a plus h, what will we do? In the given question, where we find x, we put a plus h. 6 into a plus h minus 9. Now open the bracket, 6a plus 6h minus 9. So you have to find f of a plus h in this way. Now in place of x in the given question, you have to put a. So f of a, 6a minus 9. This is the question, that what you are going to find, f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. This you are going to find. So to find this, what will we do? We already find f of a plus h here. So we put this value in place of f of a plus h, 6a plus h minus 9, and in place of minus sign we put this minus sign, and in place of f of a we put its value, this one value, 6a minus 9. So we put 6a minus 9. Now open the bracket. When you open the bracket, 6a plus 6h minus 9 and this negative sign automatically affect the inner sign, so minus 6a plus 9. Here minus 6a and plus 6a cancel with each other, minus 9 plus 9 cancel with each other, and we get 6h, and h will come in their own place, no change. Here again h and h will cancel and you get the result, the answer 6. What we have question? We have question f of x is equal to 6x minus 9, and what you are going to find? You are going to find f of a plus h minus f of a over h. This you are going to find. For this, first we find f of a plus h. This we put in place of x this value, a plus h, and in place of a we put, in place of x we put a, and we get this answer. And now in this equation we put the values and simplify it, so we get the answer 6. When you look at when you watch your lecture, at that time you must keep your textbook with you and open that exercise, then easily you know that what is the question and what you are going to find. Now come to the second part of this question. Second part is f of x is equal to sine x. Again, the same process we will do, which we done in the previous question. In place of a plus h, first we find f of a plus h in this. So in place of x, we put a plus h, and in place of x, we put a when we get two equations, and then we put in this equation and get the answer. You know that in first year you already studied this formula, that sine theta minus sine pi is equal to 2 cos theta plus pi over 2 sine theta plus pi over 2. So sine theta minus sine phi is equal to this. You already studied this formula in first year, that sine theta minus sine pi, you will study it sine alpha minus sine beta. When you have sine alpha minus sine beta, it will be equal to 2 cos alpha plus beta divided by 2 sine alpha plus beta divided by 2. So the formulas which you study in first year, we also use in this class many times. So revise these formulas, it will help you to solve the questions. First, we are going to find f of a plus h. And then we find f of a. And then we find this equation f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. So to find f of a plus h, in place of x, what we put? In place of x, we put a plus h. Look, a, f of a plus h, where we find x, there we put a plus h. And for f of a, sine a we get. In place of x, given question is sine x. So in place of x, one time we put a plus h like this, and one time we put a like this. And then in the given equation, this equation is already given in the question, that you will find it. F of a plus h minus f of a divided by h is equal to sine f of a plus h, its value we put here, sine a plus h minus sine a divided by h. So why I revise this formula with you? The reason is that the same formula we use it here. Here your alpha is a plus h and beta is a. So how can we write it? It will be equal to 2 cos a plus h plus a minus, divided by 2, minus sine a plus h plus a divided by 2. Like this we the formula we use. 1 over h, this 1 over h, we write it at the side, and sine a plus h minus sine a. So the same formula, 2 cos alpha, alpha is a plus h plus a divided by 2, and then sine a plus h minus a divided by 2. You simplify it, 1 over h as it is, 2 cos as it is, a plus a is 2a plus h, and a minus a 0, so h over 2. This we get. So this is the required form. So 1 over h, 2 cos 2a over 2 plus h over 2, means that this 2 separately divide with 2 over a and then h over 2. So you get 2a over 2 plus h over 2 and sine h over 2. This 2 and this 2 cancel. So you get 2 take common, 2 over h cos a plus h over 2 sine h over 2. So this is the third part of exercise 1.1 question number 2. So in the same way, second part, third part is f of x, x cube plus 2x square minus 1. So this is the question. And what you are going to find? You are going to find f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. So for this, what will we do? Where we find x in the question, there we put a plus h first. Look, f of a plus h. So in place of x cube, we put a plus h whole cube. 2 as it is. In place of x square, we put a plus h whole square, and minus 1 as it is. Now a plus h whole cube, you know that this is the formula of cube. A cube plus b cube plus 3ab into a plus b. The cube formula which you already studied in junior classes. So the cube formula we apply here. A cube plus h cube plus 3a into h into a plus h. And you know 2 we write as it is a plus h whole square, again square formula, a plus b whole square formula, a square plus 2ab, so 2ah plus b square h square, and minus 1 as it is. Now we open these brackets, so we get a cube plus h cube and 3ah when multiply inside the bracket here. So it will be 3a square h plus when 3ah multiply with h, so we get 3ah whole square, and this 2 multiply inside the bracket, this one bracket, so you get 2a square, 2 2s are 4ah plus 2h square minus 1. Now the cube, a cube is one time, you write it. So we can't simplify it more, so we write it as it is. Now we are going to find f of a. To find f of a, in place of a, you have to, in place of x, you have to put a in this question. Here you have given x cube, so you put a cube. Then you have given 2x square, so 2a square, and then minus 1, so minus 1. So f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h, you can find it like this. F of a plus h, its value is this one, you put it here, and then minus sign, so you put this minus sign, and bracket, inside bracket you have to put the value of f of a, you put it here in this. Now again 1 over h you write it at the side, and you open this bracket, a cube plus h cube plus 3a square h plus 3ah square plus 2a square plus 4ah plus 2h square minus 1, and open the bracket, minus a cube plus minus 2a square, and you know that this negative sign will change due to the outer sign, so it will be plus 1. Now you simplify it. Look, positive a cube, negative a cube cancel with each other. So h cube, you write it as it is. 3a square h, you write as it is. 3ah square, you write as it is. Again 2a square plus 2a square and minus 2a square cancel with each other. 4ah you write as it is. 2h square you write as it is. Minus 1 and plus 1 again cancel. So this is the required solution. You take h common. You can check h is common in all these values. You take h common, you get h over h, h square plus 3a square plus 3ah plus 4a plus 2h. So h cancel with h, and you will get the required answer, this h square plus 3a square plus 3ah plus 4a plus 2h. Again, you can take further h common from these two values here. Look, h square plus 3ah, when you arrange it, h square plus 3ah plus 2h plus 3a square plus 4a. You can check in the second and third value h is common, and in fourth, fifth value a is common. So you can take it like this, h square plus 3a plus 2 into h plus 3a square plus 4a. You can simply up to this, if you write your answer up to this part, this one, this, again your question will be considered correct up to this. If you write your answer, it will be again considered correct. But if you simplify it more, you can simplify. The next part is f of x is equal to cos x. Again, in place of x, we have to put a plus h, and then we have to put a, and then what we find? F of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. This we are going to find. This value you have to find for all parts. So when we put this formula, again remember one formula which you study in class first year, that cos alpha plus beta minus cos alpha is equal to cos alpha minus cos beta is equal to what? So that is equal to minus 2 sine alpha plus beta divided by 2, and sine alpha minus beta divided by 2. Again, I'm going to revise. You have to study one formula, cos alpha minus cos beta, which is equal to minus 2 sine alpha plus beta divided by 2, sine alpha minus beta divided by 2. This formula you already studied it in class first year. So again, we use it here. So in place of x, you have to put a plus h. So f of a plus h is equal to cos of a plus h. In place of x, again you put f of a. So in place of x, you put cos a. This you are going to find f of a plus h minus f of a divided by h. So in this, we put these values which we already find, cos a plus h minus cos a divided by h. So 1 over h as it is. Consider this one is the formula, cos a plus h, cos a plus h minus cos a is the formula, minus 2 sine a plus h plus a, so that is equal to 2a, divided by 2 sine a plus h minus a, plus a minus a cancel, so h divided by 2. Now open the bracket, minus 2 over h sine this 2 divided by 2, we get a h divided by 2 plus h divided by 2 and sine h divided by 2. So this is the required answer. Now come to the next question, question number 3. Question number 3 is express the following. Express the following. What we are going to express? The parameter, the first one, A part, the parameter P of square is a function of its area. What we are going to prove? The parameter P of a square is function of its area. This concept I already discussed in the start of the lecture, that how we find the dependent function and independent function. In first part, what we are going to prove? We are going to prove the parameter P of a square is a function of its area. You know that if you look at the square parameter is sum of all sides. So then its parameter P will be equal to x is unit by the side of square. Parameter formula, you know that sum of all sides, so that is equal to 4x. And area of a square, you know that side multiply side, so x square. This is equation number 1, parameter, area, equation number 2. If you take this equation 2 is what? X is equal to under root a. How? A is equal to x square. A is equal to x square. When we take the square root, so what we get, if we want to find the value of x from the area of a square, you know that a is equal to x square. So when you take the under root of this, why? To find the value of x. So x will be equal to under root a. Look, from 2 we get the value of x. From equation 2, from the area we get the value of x, and this value of x we put in the parameter. So look, parameter equation is what? P is equal to 4x, and x we already find it is equal to under root a. So P is equal to 4 under root A. So we express P is expressed as area. This is the required question, that you have to express the parameter of a square is function of its area. Second part is the area of a circular function of its circumference S. The area of a the area of a circle is a function of its circumference. You have to find that the area is the function of its circumference. Means that A is a function of its circumference. So you know that the area of a circle is pi x square and circumference of a circle is 2 pi x. So you have to find the area in term of circumference. So therefore, when you find the here, when you find the parameter in term of area, so you get the value from the area. You find the value of x from the area. Here you are going to find the circle. Area of a circle is a function of circumference. So from circumference you will find the value of x. Look, 2 pi is multiply with x shifted at other side, so divide c divided by 2 pi, you will get. So this equation, this you put it in the first, in the area. In area, pi in place of x you put c by 2 pi whole square. So it will be equal to pi c square over 4 pi square. Pi and pi square cancel. So you get c square over 4 pi. So area is a function of circumference, in which you have to find in term of that function. From that you are going to find the value of x. In first part, the parameter p of a square is function of its area. So from area you will get the value of x and put it in the parameter. So you get p is expressed as area. In second, you have to express area of a circle is a function of its circumference. So from circumference, you have to find the value of x and put in the area. So area is a function of circumference. In third part, you have to find volume of a function of the volume of a cube is a function of the area of its base. Again, from the area of its base, we have to find the value of x and put in the volume of a cube. You know that the volume of cube formula is length multiply breadth multiply height. So x multiply x multiply x. All sides are equal in cube. So x cube L cube. This is the volume of a cube. And area of base is, you know that base is in form of a square. So side multiply side, x square. You are going to find the volume of a cube is a function of area. So from area you will get the value of x. How can you find the value of x? Here you have x square a. So you will take the square root on both sides. Square and square root cancel. So you will get x is equal to under root a. This x is equal to under root a, you have to put in the volume of a cube. So you will get the required answer. V is equal to, in place of x, under root a cube. So that will be a 3 over 2. You know that square root value is half, so 3 over 2. Or you can write it like this. If you want to simplify, you can simplify, or you can just write it under root a whole cube. So today we study 3 questions, and in each question, in first question you have total 8 parts, because A, B parts. For each part you have 4 further parts, and for B you have 4 further parts. And in question number 2 you have 4 parts you have to solve, and in question number 3 again you have 3 parts. So for today this enough. You try it and revise it again and again, practice it in your neat notebook, try to make your notes. So inshallah, with the next lecture, we have to study the next question, question number 4 and question number 5. And so take care. Allah Hafiz.